Around the world, throughout history, there are unanswerable mysteries. Some hidden in a book, some at the bottom of the sea, some in stones, some buried in sand. Despite centuries passing, these questions still keep humanity's curiosity alive. Giant lines visible only from the sky. A nearly 2,000-year-old computer. Magnificent structures like pyramids, complex encrypted manuscripts that even supercomputers cannot decipher, colossal statues built on an island in the middle of nowhere, and many more astonishing secrets full of mystery. If humanity was able to advance so much in technology, where did this knowledge disappear to? Or did they learn advanced technology from our ancient friends coming from the depths of space? As some claim. So what happened then? It seems these and similar questions will continue to occupy our minds. In this video, I will take you on a journey to discover the world's most mysterious secrets. Now come, let's embark together on this enigmatic journey in pursuit of mysteries scattered across different parts of the world, waiting to be discovered. As we continue this journey, if you'd like to support us, you can subscribe to our channel, like our video, and share your comments. Thank you very much in advance. Let's begin. First mystery, the Pyramids of Giza, the secret behind the stones. Built 4,500 years ago, the Pyramids of Giza continue to amaze even today's expert archaeologists and engineers with their perfect proportions. Astronomical alignments and engineering marvel structures. For example, very recently in 2017, cosmic ray scans revealed a massive previously unknown void inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu. The purpose of this enormous space inside the pyramid is still debated. Is it a hidden burial chamber? An engineering corridor used during construction? Or an archive or vault where ancient knowledge is stored? It appears that until the purpose and function of the narrow passages inside the pyramid and the shafts positioned according to the stars are solved, the mysterious secret of Giza will not be understood. Second mystery, the Nazca Lines, art shown only to the sky. In Peru's Nazca Desert, there are hundreds of giant geoglyphs, called giant ground drawings. What makes these giant shapes interesting is that their true forms can only be seen when viewed from the air. When planes first flew over that region in the 1930s, it was discovered that there were more than 300 geometric shapes, animal figures, and mysterious drawings on the ground. Among the giant shapes found are a monkey, a giant hummingbird, a spider, and a number of perfect geometric shapes. And without ascending to a certain height, the complete shape and what it is cannot be understood. These drawings are thought to have been made between 200 BC and 600 AD. These lines, created by removing the surface layer of the desert, have survived to the present day intact thanks to the desert's dry climate. But how did they make such precise and colossal designs? There were no drones, no planes. Looking from the ground, nothing can be understood. For whom were these giant works made? An astronomical calendar? Sacred paths for religious rituals? Or guiding signs for mysterious visitors from the sky? The Nazca Lines remain a puzzle awaiting answers. Third mystery, the Voynich Manuscript, the unsolvable code. In 1912, rare book dealer Wilfred Voynich found this book in an old monastery in Italy. It is written in a completely mysterious alphabet that does not match any known language. The manuscript consists of more than 240 pages. The pages are filled with drawings of plants we haven't seen on Earth, very distant stars and galaxies not yet discovered at the time it was written, astrological symbols, and figures of uncertain meaning. Even more astonishing, some illustrations show naked women bathing in a green liquid with pipes and tubes around them, like a drawing of an unknown technology. Radiocarbon analyses show that the work was written between 1400 to 1440. However, neither who its author is nor the purpose of the intended message is known. Who wrote these manuscripts? What method did they follow to encrypt what was written? What do the drawings, symbols, and figures in the manuscripts mean? In an era before the telescope was invented by Galileo Galilei in 1609 for sky observations, by whom were stars and galaxies unknown to people inscribed in the manuscripts? Today, even modern cryptography, artificial intelligence, and the most advanced linguistic analysis methods have not succeeded in breaking this code. The Voynich Manuscript remains one of history's greatest enigmas to this day. Fourth mystery, Easter Island's Moai statues. The mystery of the walking stones. Easter Island, located in the middle of the Pacific, 3,000 kilometers from the nearest landmass, is known for its giant Moai statues built in various parts of the island. Giant stone faces 13 to 30 meters high. As if waiting for someone, they gaze toward the vast horizon. Some of these giant statues weigh 80 tons and exceed 10 meters in height. Even more interesting, these colossal statues are kilometers away from the island's volcanic quarries. So how were these ton-weighing giant statues transported to the other end of the island? In archaeological experiments, the Moai, which are quite difficult to move even with modern equipment, are thought to have been made by the ancient people who lived in the now ruined cities of the island, using only stone tools. Is that really so? How and by whom were these colossal statues built, using what techniques? For what purpose were they made and transported kilometers away? How did people travel so far from the nearest landmass, and where are these people now? The purpose for which they were erected also remains a mystery. Spirits protecting ancestors? Symbols of social power? Or, as claimed, silhouettes of beings who visited them from the skies? For years they were thought to consist only of heads. With recent excavations, the discovery of buried torsos underground has made the mystery about the Moai deepen even more rather than being clarified. Fifth mystery, the Bermuda Triangle, the silent grave of lost vehicles. The triangular region stretching between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico is known for incidents where planes and ships disappear without a trace. This region is popularly called the Bermuda Devil's Triangle. People living in that area are even afraid to approach this region. In the 1945 incident known as Flight 19, pilots reported they couldn't find their direction and completely disappeared from radar. Even the search and rescue plane sent to look for them suffered the same fate and was never heard from again. Despite all searches, not even the slightest trace was found. These incidents have continued with increasing frequency in subsequent years. The USS Cyclops ship with more than 300 people also vanished without leaving any trace. Scientific explanations try to explain these mysterious disappearances with magnetic anomalies, methane gas explosions, and sudden storm changes. What happens to the planes and ships that enter the Bermuda Devil's Triangle and are never heard from again? What effect were they exposed to? Why did they leave no trace? As some claim, did they pass through a portal opened as a result of a secret experiment and go to another dimension? However, the disappearance of dozens of vehicles and hundreds of people without leaving any trace keeps the Bermuda Triangle legend still alive. Sixth mystery, the Shroud of Turin, where faith and science intersect, an ancient linen cloth preserved in Turin, Italy. On it are faint traces of a bearded man's body. Many people believe this is the shroud in which Jesus Christ was wrapped after the crucifixion. The traces show what is said to have been formed during the crucifixion: nail holes in hands and feet, whip marks on the back, and a crown of thorns on the head. Carbon tests conducted in 1988 suggested the artifact belonged to the Middle Ages and declared it fake. However, later analyses showed that the cloth was repaired in the medieval period, and due to this repair, the erroneous samples taken may have misled the test. No clear scientific explanation was found for how the body image was formed either. Could the piece of linen cloth really belong to the shroud in which Jesus Christ was wrapped after his death? Or is it just an ordinary piece of cloth with a random silhouette on it? It shouldn't be difficult to prove this scientifically nowadays. The Shroud of Turin still maintains its mystery as one of the most controversial intersection points between science and faith. Seventh mystery, the Antikythera Mechanism, the computer of ancient times. In 1901, Greek divers found a rusted metal piece while investigating a shipwreck. This piece was later described as one of humanity's most astonishing technologies, the Antikythera Mechanism. This 2,000-year-old device, with its gears, indicators, and complex mechanism, was a mechanical computer that could calculate everything from sun and moon cycles to eclipses, and even Olympic dates. It is such an advanced engineering product that no known equivalent exists. How was this knowledge obtained? Who invented this mechanism? For what purpose was it used? What other tools and mechanisms did those with the knowledge to develop this technology create? Questions like these without answers make the mystery of this mechanism, perhaps considered history's first mechanical computer capable of performing complex calculations, even greater. Some secrets emerge when the time comes. Some choose to remain in darkness. Perhaps humanity is not ready for some truths. Not yet. Thank you very much for accompanying us on this journey. You can like our video and subscribe to our channel to support new content. We're grateful you're here. Thank you.